Welcome to the Library of M. Today we will continue reading Girl Interrupted by Susanna Kaysen. The Secret of Life. One day I had a visitor. I was in the TV room watching Lisa watch TV when a nurse came in to tell me. "You got a visitor," she said. "A man." It wasn't my troublesome boyfriend. First of all, he wasn't my boyfriend anymore. How could a person who was locked up have a boyfriend? Anyhow, he couldn't bear coming here. His mother had been in a loony bin too, it turned out, and he couldn't bear being reminded of it. It wasn't my father, he was busy. It wasn't my high school English teacher, he'd been fired and moved to North California. I went to see who it was. He was standing at a window in the living room, looking out, giraffe tall, with slumpy academic shoulder, wrists sticking out of his jacket, and pale hair that shot out from his head in a corona. He turned around when he heard me come in. It was Jim Watson. I was happy to see him because in the 50s he had discovered the secret of life, and now, perhaps, he will tell it to me. "Jim!" I said. He drifted toward me. He drifted and gobbled and faded out while he was supposed to be talking to people, and I'd always liked him for that. "You look fine," he told me. "What did you expect?" I asked. He shook his head. "What do they do to you in here?" he was whispering. "Nothing," I said. "They don't do anything." "It's terrible here," he said. The living room was a particularly terrible part of our ward. It was huge and jammed with huge vinyl-covered armchairs that farted when anyone sat down. "It's not really that bad," I said. But I was used to it and he wasn't. He drifted toward the window again and looked out. After a while he beckoned me over with one of his long arms. "Look." He pointed at something. "At what?" "That." He was pointing at the car. It was a red sports car, maybe an MG. "That's mine," he said. He would won the Nobel Prize, so probably he would bought this car with the money. "Nice," I said. "Very nice." Now he was whispering again. "We could leave," he whispered. "Huh? You and me, we could leave." "In the car, you mean?" I felt confused. Was this the secret of life? Running away was the secret of life? "They will come after me," I said. "It's fast," he said. "I could get you out of here." Suddenly, I felt protective of him. "Thanks," I said. "Thanks for offering. It's sweet of you." "Don't you want to go?" He leaned toward me. "We go to England." "England? What did England have to do with anything?" "I can't go to England," I said. "You could be a governess," he said. For 10 seconds, I imagined this other life, which began when I stepped into Jim Watson's red car and we stepped out of the hospital and onto the airport. The governess part was hazy. The whole thing, in fact, was hazy. The vinyl chairs, the security screens, the buzzing of the nursing station door. Those things were clear. "I'm here now, Jim," I said. "I think I got to stay here." "Okay." He didn't seem miffed. He looked around the room one last time and shook his head. I stayed at the window. After a few minutes I saw him get into his red car and drive off, leaving little puffs of sporty exhaust behind him. Then I went back into the TV room. "Hi, Lisa," I said. I was glad to see she was still there. Said Lisa. Then we settled in for some more TV. Thank you so much for listening to the Library of M. Please, if you like the content, subscribe and leave a comment and share. See you next time.